Hi, this is Pat Lynch Barrett, and welcome to Women's Radio 2. I'm so happy that you're here. We have a wonderful, wonderful guest today, a lady who's been a friend of mine for a very long time and very creative. You're going to really enjoy her a lot. Karen Lee Cohen is my guest, and she has just published a new book called Let's Be Peace. And we're going to find out what in the world stirred her to be writing about peace at this point in time, or you could say there are millions of reasons why. But Karen, welcome to Women's Radio once again. And please tell us what did stir you to write this book and what else is there?
Well, there's also a movement. There's the Let's Be Peace movement. It's been a long journey. I now realize that being peace and spreading peace is my mission in life. It only took me 7 decades to figure it out, but I figured it out. The journey of the book Let's Be Peace, which was just published 2 weeks ago, came from I had been almost 20 years ago working with a group to do an alternative health and wellness channel. And for a variety of reasons, it didn't happen. It was probably a good thing. In between, I've started to really embrace being peace inside, and how being peace inside is a way for us to be healthier. And so the two subjects merged. At the end of my first book, which was a memoir called It's About Time, My award-winning TV adventure, I had one chapter on health and wellness and one chapter on my spiritual journey. And so I knew when that was done, it was published in November of 2022, I knew that I wanted to do a sequel. And it became obvious to me that in order for me to really talk about the alternative health and wellness and complementary health subjects, I needed to make it a collaborative book. I needed to reach out to the people who are the experts in these fields. So that's how the journey transpired. It was no longer a sequel to my memoir. It became a book which the whole idea of Let's Be Peace came from about 15 years ago. I was working with the singer Jewel, and her mom wrote a book, and in that book, her mom says, we will bring peace to the world one person at a time. And I just resonated with that concept. And so I started to use all my signatures on my emails and on my social media with being peace. And then after a conversation with one of my nieces, she said, being peace is too demanding. I said, okay, let's make it Let's Be Peace. So my signature has been Let's Be Peace for over 10 years. And so that's how the peace came in, and the alternative health and wellness just kind of all came together. And so as I was putting the collaborative book together, and these wonderful, in this first book, there's 20 people. It was magical, the people that came into it, and I hope your audience will experience them. But basically, everybody was given a list of questions, either on a Zoom interview that I did with them and then transcribed, or they would write a chapter. And what I asked them to do, there was only 2 things that everybody had to answer, and it was, what does Let's Be Peace mean, and how do people become peace? And so all 20, and of course in my chapters, we talk about what Let's Be Peace means to us, because it's individual, and how to be peace. And in the course of this, I created a Being Peace tips, which if your audience goes to our website, Let's Be Peace, they can download that. Just give us their email, and they can download that for free. So it was, it's been really a 20-year journey. If you go back to when when my passion was to have an alternative health and wellness channel, and I realized pretty much as the book was in progress that, wow, I've now taken both missions, the mission of being peace and the mission of alternative health and wellness, and it's become one. So that does that answer your question? That's kind of the overview of where this all came from.
Well, I think that many people, particularly I would say the people who are our audience, really, if they have not already found their path, they are clearly looking for their path. So I think that people really understand when you said, I finally figured out this was my path. And I think that that clearly is true. And I think that you've always exemplified some of those qualities. And one of the reasons I know I've always admired you, besides all your other wonderful creative attributes, et cetera, et cetera. So um, why don't you tell the audience from your point of view, what's in this for them? So you'd like them to come and be a part of the community if they feel drawn to do that. Why would they want to do that? What's in it for them?
Most people have some health and wellness journey. And in that journey, my belief is, and most of the people in the book, is that when we find peace inside, and it's, peace will come to the world, I believe, one person at a time. If I'm peaceful and you're peaceful, and when everybody
That's
gets
right.
peace
Then
inside,
what's left?
then exactly, then we're going to have peace in the world. But we also believe that being peace promotes health and wellness. And so
I
the
think
two
that's true.
so the two are tied together. The purpose of the book is to let people know there are so many complementary and alternative health choices that we have. And even though I mean, I certainly when I started this 20 years ago, most people didn't know most of them. Now more and more people are aware of the modalities, but this book puts it all in one place, or a lot of it in one place, so you can read it and decide what modalities might work for you, or just be inspired by some of the stories, because most of the contributors did stories, and of course, I did stories of my journey. So what's in it for your audience is whether they purchase the book and learn about the different modalities, or whether they just decide it's time for me to find peace inside. That's what the movement is about. We're not asking anybody to do anything except to be peace, to find your own inner peace. And to, several of us, and I put in, is to trust your GPS, to know that
Right.
a personal GPS is really the best barometer. One of the questions that I asked all the contributors is, what does your own best doctor mean to you? And everybody had a little different response, but what it means to me is, we absolutely, there's wonderful doctors, there's wonderful alternative medical people, but for me, and I've lived this for many years now, they're my teammates. Nobody knows what I need the way when I can calm myself and be peaceful. When I go inside, my eternal GPS is the one that's going to give me the answer. And it may be to go to a Western doctor, it may be to go for acupuncture. Well, I, on a regular basis, like to do acupuncture and massage and things like that. But whatever that is, I believe, there's no one or nothing that knows better than I do. But it takes being peace and going inside,
Right.
and to know that, we aren't yet, I believe it's going to happen, but we aren't yet trained to be our own best doctor, our own, our own, to trust our own judgment. Where in fact, I believe that's how we were born. We were born with infinite possibilities and infinite healing abilities. But the 3D world that we're in hasn't really trained us for that yet. More and more of that is happening. So, your question is, why be a part of the Let's Be Peace movement? It's, I believe, to be healthier and happier, and to know what serves you. So we're not asking anybody to go out and do anything. If I believe when I'm peaceful, and I think you very complimentarily alluded to that, Pat, when you talked about our friendship, that peace, which I'm still working on every day. But when I exude that peace, it makes the people around me more peaceful. And it just helps mental and physical health to be more peaceful. So if the only thing I'm asking people to do is to really do their best to learn how to be peace inside. And when you go to the Let's Be Peace website, you can download a free list of different, simple ways that you probably know about already, but haven't put together. It's forgiving yourself, it's breathing exercises, it's trusting yourself. So there's a whole list of things that you can download.
Well,
And
that's great.
yeah, so being peaceful to me is being healthier and happier and helping the world just by being who you are. Don't have
Well,
to.
I think it's true. If you are truly at peace on the inside, you pull the most amazing other people into your life accidentally, as it were. Although I guess there are no accidents, but it is remarkable that when you can reach that still place inside, remarkable things happen outside. There's really no way for anyone to tell you, well, if you do this, then you'll get this. But just getting peace is enough. But the peace itself brings a lot of other things. And you're absolutely right about the health part too. And now people like Dr. Joe Dispenza and other people are proving it with the research that they're doing, that when you can reach those centered states, that your body does some miraculous things that we just didn't know about before. So I think people are getting on the train at this point about, yeah, let me know how to do that. I need to know how to do that. Absolutely. So thank
And
you.
that's what we're offering, just a way to help you do that. That's and it's all in a very simple little book. And I plan on doing a sequel, which is going to be called Let's Be Joy, because after being
Oh, yummy.
joy.
Now, are you going to be doing workshops or do you have anything? I think you told me that you're going to be doing some things on YouTube or some other places.
Yeah, we just started a YouTube channel which has no content yet, but you can go to Let's Be Peace and subscribe, and we'll let you know when they have
But
some.
you'll have this to put on it. You can put this on it.
Oh, great! I need your permission for it, but thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely.
This will be you're the first interview since the book has been published, so, and that's part of because we're such close friends.
That's right.
But one of the things I plan on doing, and probably I hope to start it by February, is a monthly Zoom get together
Oh,
where
nice.
he just comes to the Zoom room and talks about peace. What have you found out about peace? How do you feel about peace? So it's just going to be a forum where people can discuss being peace. And that's probably going to be the first thing, and then a podcast and start doing interviews for the YouTube channel too.
Wonderful. Well, don't forget your friends, Karen.
I don't.
It has been such a pleasure to be able to introduce you and your new book, Let's Be Peace, to our audience. And I really encourage all of you to go check out her website and become a part of this movement. Wouldn't it be great when people, I say it, a lot of people, well, what can I do? I'm just one person. But we can be peaceful, and by being peaceful, we can influence other people. And then on top of that, it pulls great energy and great people to you and great good health. So I am going to go sign up right away. Thank you, Karen. I really appreciate your being with us today.
Thank you, Pat. Go to letsbepeace.com, please.
Absolutely. Thank you.